Houston woman that was detained in Dubai and charged with the crime of screaming in public. Let me go ahead and play this clip for those that may not be familiar. And then I'm also play a clip from Pink Book Lessons with some more information that came out as well.
A very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this from Pink Book Lessons. So apparently she's done this in Puerto Rico. And
shit.
Yeah, so I'm going to play some clip. It might be not lengthy, but a little longer than anticipated because she's giving some commentary in between. So just be patient as I play this video.
All right, so after this information came out about the sassy truck driver and her situation in Dubai, you have one of her former friends who came out and she posted this on IG. She said, "Same chick that poured drinks on my husband, trying to taunt him to react." The video shows the sassy trucker throwing drinks on him, calling him the B word multiple times. One of the other women there, she said the same thing. It was apparently a group trip that they went on to Puerto Rico, so you had other witnesses there as well. And one of the other witnesses, her name is Mexi Marie, she came out and had a lot to say. She said she got trashed, poured pop on my homegirl husband's head, calling him all types of B's, throwing bottles, breaking stuff, embarrassing. And then one of the other women on the trip, the wife of the husband that she threw the bottle at, said that she's a violent drunk. She made the Puerto Rico trip weird with her drunk, insecure, disrespectful self. Sorry to say, but she gets what she gets. And then Mexi Marie came back and said yes, arguing, screaming at the top of her lungs, so aggressive and disrespectful towards all the men. And Nelly said, "It's crazy because my husband not a woman beater and he was more concerned with us getting back home than going to jail in Puerto Rico. I wanted to get her out of there for the weird ass that she was doing, but look at her now. She good for it, LOL, she guilty." And then Mexi came back and said, "Right, I remember when he was trying to make sure that she was safe. She assaulted him more than once in the same night. I still have the videos too." They're saying that's the moment right there where she poured drinks on the other woman's husband. As you can see, he did not react to her, but they said she kept taunting him, trying to get him to put hands on her, but he didn't do it. Meanwhile, she's calling him B words. According to witnesses, the whole time her boyfriend was there on this trip with them, on this group trip, he was telling her to chill out, but she would not listen. She even put hands on him too. So then another person in the comments who didn't know them, they came in to defend Sassy, and that
I'm gonna try to get to the part where
10,000
she did it in
knows how she is and has been for years. As for that one guy coming in defending this nonsense, talking about the report said nothing about this or that, the report doesn't say anything besides y'all come rally behind this disrespectful out of order woman because she's leaving out a lot to protect her daughter. Out showing that she has a history of this. Dubai is not her first situation, all around the house.
Okay, I can't find it. But yeah, she did it in Puerto Rico and somewhere else. So she has a history of acting like this. She is a social media influencer. She's a truck driver. We often see the women that are showcasing their bodies and their trucker bays and doing the thing. So I do want to talk about it. Apparently they don't play in Dubai. I guess a lot of people haven't learned from the Brittany Renner situation, but when I go out of the country, I don't plan on messing around, because you're not on U.S. soil, and I'm not trying to be in nobody's jail out the country. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I want to get you guys' thoughts about everything that's happened. There has been some additional information, so apparently she does have a history of this. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Chanel first.
Yeah, so learned about this today. I'm an avid traveler. I've talked about that on this panel. Americans, if you're gonna go out to another country, you need to hold yourself with certain decorum. If you're going to a Middle Eastern country, it's best to go with a man. Dubai is a little bit more lax. However, there are still many things you cannot do. It looks as though she did more than just scream, but even that, you cannot do that in other countries. I don't think you should be doing it here in the United States either, but you can get locked up, and other countries' jail sometimes is worse than United States jail. So it's really unfortunate that she had to go to jail for it. But when you leave to another country, you need to know the rules and the laws of other countries. So there really is no excuse. And it seems as though she has a history of violent behavior. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Lady Di.
Well, I like that they shared with us that she did get locked up for, raising her voice, because we as women over here need to understand that you cannot just be raising your voice because it's a level of disrespect, not just to a man, but to anybody. We just have to walk around more with level head and take our emotions and put it in the back of our head, but make sure in front is that you're holding yourself with a certain demeanor. You don't want to come off being so feisty and sassy and all of this stuff because you can't get what you want. You just got to make sure that you are just speaking with a level of intelligence. Sometimes people could tick you off where it's hard to do that, but it's not impossible. You just have to learn how to do it. Now, when you go overseas in different spaces, there's laws. There's many different laws. It's not just that. There's other laws that you have to worry about. So if you, like Chanel said, if you're going to go over there, you need to make sure that you are very respectful. But you also need to be respectful here, because now, okay, cool. So she got locked up over there. But on this side of town, people still walking around doing what they want to do, yelling and causing scenes, and people getting killed over it. So at the same time, I think it's just a wake up call that here in America, we have it very different. They say it's free. So I guess we're free to do whatever we want. But it's also bad to have that, because now people are having toxic relationships, destroying families, destroying communities, and they're not able to level up and elevate. So that's what I have to say.
All right, let me go ahead and go to Sweeney.
So Chanel said it's unfortunate that this happened to her. It ain't unfortunate. She got exactly what she deserved. And we're using a story that she just simply raised her voice. No, that's the story she told us. Dubai that came out and said anything about what she did. We don't know what she actually did. And judging by off of the personal accounts from her friends, she was exactly like all them other people who get caught up in that's been getting locked up at TSA because they've been tearing people's shit up, throwing stuff, trying to fight everybody, getting loud and obnoxious. Like, that's exactly what she was when she went over there. So when they locked her up, I don't believe for 1 second that all she did was raise her voice. No, she got mad because she had to pay for something and started throwing stuff, probably tore up a few things, probably threatened a guy and everything else. And they called the police on her like any other normal person would. And she got locked up for it. But she want to call home and tell her mama that, all I did was get loud with him. No, you was acting a damn fool over there.